What's up? I'm Harbor Bickmore with Extra Credit Design Club, and today we are going to talk about passive income for graphic designers. Alright, like I said, we are going to hit you with passive income for graphic designers. In this video, we are going to hit 3 main points. Number 1, why is passive income so powerful? Number 2, why are more designers not pursuing passive income? And number 3, the important one, this one's the biggie, I'm talking about how can you, as a graphic designer, start to make passive income. But before we get into that, just in case, if you've not heard the term passive income or it's kind of vaguely familiar, I'm gonna hit you with the definition, what it is. Passive income is money that you make while you are not actively working, right? It's just passively coming in. You could be sleeping, you could be rollerblading, you could be making yourself a tuna fish sandwich with mayo and everything but the bagel seasoning. I'm talking cheese on both sides of the sunflower bread. That's what I have for lunch. And I was making money and a sandwich at the same time. And I don't work at Subway. But I digress. You get the picture. Passive income is money that just passively comes in. Now that we understand passive income, let's move on to the bulk of this video and let's hit this first bullet point. I'm talking about why is passive income so powerful? I can only speak on my personal experience and what passive income has done for me. And what it has done for me has provided 3 things. Number 1, creative freedom. Number 2, financial freedom. And number 3, more free time. So the first thing, I'm talking about creative freedom. In the past, when I was working, the 9-to-5 job or even a part-time job as a graphic designer, I was not always creatively fulfilled, and I always ended the day feeling pretty drained, pretty exhausted creatively because of this frustration that I wasn't creating what I really wanted to create. If I'm being honest, I'm gonna call it like I see it, I'm a bit snobby, and I'm not a great employee. I don't like being told what to do because I think that my graphic design is the best graphic design in the world. And everyone else is wrong. Not really. Like, I can be cooperative and I do take feedback well. But the dream, right, is to just have that total creative freedom. And I saw passive income as a way to provide that for myself, to be my own boss, not have clients that were difficult to work with, not have senior designers and senior designers and, a chain of command that I had to check my work off with. I could just create something that I loved and put it out into the world, hoping other people would love it, trusting so because I love it. Now, point number 2 is financial freedom, right? Like everything I talked about, you could do. Just create what you love all day, until you starve to death, so you'll create what you love for about 2 weeks, and then that's the end of that because you didn't make any money. But with passive income as a graphic designer, I was able to responsibly set up a system that I could continually create things that I love in a financially responsible way. At first, when I was working my job, I was working part-time at a studio, I was working part-time as a professor, and after those jobs, I would take a couple hours a day at night to start to set up passive income for myself as a graphic designer. And then eventually it got to a point where I could, leave behind one job, then leave behind the other job, and my passive income was my main source of income. Number 3, I'm talking about more free time. As an example, last year I was finishing up grad school. The last 2 months or so was really rigorous, and I said, hey, I just can't really work during these 2 months, so I took 2 months off, and I didn't lose out on 2 months of income. So there you have it, in so many words, why I think passive income is so powerful, why it's been so powerful for me is creative freedom, financial freedom, and more free time. Now, that brings us to point number 2 of this video. Why aren't more graphic designers pursuing passive income? I'm in the design community, I'm talking to people, and not a lot of people have that mindset of, hey, I could just make money while I sleep and all I need to do is 1, 2, 3. And I think that is for a couple of reasons. I'm going to hit you with 2 reasons in this video why I think more graphic designers don't pursue passive income. So, reason number 1 is that passive income is just not something that's taught in design school. So I did my undergrad in graphic design at Utah Tech. I did my graduate degree in graphic design at the School of Visual Arts, and the program was called Designers as Entrepreneurs. And even then, people weren't really talking about passive income. Fortunately, I came to know it through friends in my university who were in business degrees, through my father who's a businessy type of guy. You know, I've always kind of been in and around businessy what have yous. And while my first love is art and graphic design, it has paid off very much to make friends and associate with people who have interests outside of graphic design in the business world. So even though it's not something that's taught in universities, hopefully it's something that I can pass on to other graphic designers, the understanding of passive income and the knowledge of how to create it as a graphic designer. And the second reason, this is the big reason, the real hurdle why I think most graphic designers don't pursue passive income, is just a misunderstanding of what it is. It is not some get-rich-quick scheme, right? When I be hitting you with stories about like, make money while you sleep, I made 50 this and this dollars while I took a nap and slept in the other day. It seems a little get-rich-quickie, right? But that is just because I have been working at it for a couple years, and results like that are a product of sustained, consistent effort over, a couple years. Takes a while to set up, but once, the train's in motion, it's cooking slick like lotion, baby, you know what I'm saying? To illustrate this point, I have come up with a little example about why passive income at first seems like a crappy deal and something that's impossible as a graphic designer, but with consistent effort, why it pays dividends. So, let's pretend that you're living in a small town, not a lot of graphic design opportunities, and your buddy, who is in a country music band, because that's what they listen to in small towns, approaches you and he says, hey, you're a graphic designer. Wouldn't you make me a poster for my concert that's coming up? And you say, okay. And he says, okay, I'll give you $100. So you make a poster. It maybe takes you 2 hours. He pays you $100. That's $50 an hour. That's a pretty good gig in a small town. And that's it. That's the active income. You worked for 2 hours. You made the $100. And you'll not make any more money from it. But hey, you made $100 in 2 hours. That's pretty good. Now, I'm going to hit you with this alternative scenario. Let's say that instead of waiting to have somebody approach you to design something, you think, I, myself as a designer, am going to create a poster mock-up pack. It's a product you make. Let's say it takes you 10 hours to make this mock-up pack. And you put it online for sale on Creative Market, which is a website that graphic designers go to download things like mock-ups, fonts, templates, what have you. So you make your pack, you put it on Creative Market, you put it on sale for $20. Now what's going to happen is Creative Market is going to take half of that, is their split, and then you are going to take home half of that. So each sale that poster mock-up bundle sells, you are going to make $10. So you do that, you throw it up, and after 1 week, let's say you make one sale. It took you 10 hours and you made one sale and you made $1 an hour, which stinks. But you're not discouraged, and after a month, you still only make one sale a week and you made $40, which is $4 an hour, and it still is not good. But you can see where this is going. After 2 months, you make $8. And after a whole year, after 52 weeks, you will have made $520. You spent 10 hours of work, $52 an hour. That's better than that original $100 you made for 2 hours of work at $50 an hour. However, you don't have to stop there. I'm going to hit you with this. Let's say that for 1 year, you decided to make a product like that every 2 weeks. That you were going to make a product, it's going to cost $20, you were going to make $10 per sale, and let's say that you made one sale a week for each product you created. So, there are 52 weeks in a year. So, by the end of the year, you are going to make 26 products, right? The first one you make 2 weeks into the year is going to do 50 sales in a year. 52 weeks, one sale a week, minus the 2 weeks it took you to make the product. The second product you make 4 weeks into the year is going to do 48 sales. The third, 46, and so on and so forth. By the end of the year, if you continue on making a product every 2 weeks that makes one sale every week, by the end of the year, you will have made 650 sales and $6,500. Now I know what you're thinking. That's not a lot of money, and it seems like a lot of work. But remember, these products are only taking you 10 hours to make. That's 5 hours a week. However, it doesn't stop there, not even close. You're just selling on one marketplace in this scenario. Let's say that instead of only putting your product on Creative Market, you put it on 2 other marketplaces. Maybe Etsy, maybe you work for them, maybe you sell it on your own website. And let's say, in the same way, each one of these marketplaces, each product made one sale a week. After 1 year, you're looking at 1,950 sales if you put your products on 3 marketplaces. And that turns into $19,500. In a lot of places in the world, that's a living. But the sweetness doesn't even stop there. Let's say you continue this scenario for a second year, right? You're selling on 3 marketplaces. You already have 26 products from the first year. Now you're in year 2. Each one of those products is going to do a sale a week. When things shake out year 2, with those original 26 products, you are going to be looking at 4,056 sales in year 2. That's $40,560. Not to mention that you continued making a product every 2 weeks. So this second year, you're going to get an additional $19,500, the same that you made the first year. And year 2, if you make a product every 2 weeks, you are going to be looking at $60,060. That's powerful. And you can imagine, I'll stop at year 3. But if you continued on this same trend, in year 3, now you have, instead of 26 products that are just passively making sales, you have 52 products that are just passively making sales each week. On year 3, you will make, with the 40,000, the 40,000, and the 19,000, $100,620 in year 3. Now, the thing I want you to understand right now from this video is that this, although it was a hypothetical situation, does not have to be for you. For me, personally, in 2021, January 2021, is when I really started to try to make passive income as a graphic designer. After that first year, I was able to make not $19,000, but just over $30,000 my first year. And I had no idea what I was doing, no guidance. My second year, I made just over $60,000. So it's closer to the example I showed. However, the second year that I did it, I took about 6 months off for this and that. I got a full-time job for a bit. I was in grad school finishing that up. And I didn't end up making those 26 products. With my 6-month hiatus, I made about 12 products. Didn't work most of the year, but was still able to get that $60,000. But again, that was the beauty of passive income. I had the free time, I had the financial freedom, so I was able to really focus fully on grad school without having to stress about money and a job. And I was able to fully enjoy those experiences for what they were, not worrying about the money involved, not worrying about the time involved, and really dive into the things that I wanted to explore. Because I knew I had this safety net of passive income to catch me if things went awry. So with that, we are on to number 3. I'm talking about what can you as a graphic designer do to create passive income. Again, I can only speak from personal experience. I started creating passive income for myself in 2021, and I'm going to tell you the things that worked for me. It's just going to be an overview, not too in-depth, as this is just kind of an introductory video. So the very first thing I did when I decided to pursue passive income was I made a class on Skillshare. And I said, coming from the background of graphic design, learning how to design typefaces, I think that I can speak to other graphic designers and teach them a little bit about how to create a typeface themselves. So I made a Skillshare class. I put it online and then forgot about it. It took me about 2 weeks of work to create the class, so about 80 hours. And once I put it on, the maintenance is nothing. I've maybe, over the 2.5 years since the class has been up, put in 4 or 5 hours of work answering people's comments and questions. So, if you, like me, enjoy being in front of a camera, you really love learning new skills and sharing and teaching those new skills to other people, creating online classes could be a great thing for you. So the number 2 thing, and the thing that for me has been most profitable, because I've put the most work into it, is selling digital design goods. There are numerous types of digital design goods you could sell. I'm talking about fonts, mock-ups, graphic packs, brushes, textures, motion graphics, photos. The list goes on and on. So number 3, the third way that you can get into passive income as a graphic designer is affiliate marketing. Now, if you've never heard the term affiliate marketing before, it's super simple. Simply, you are advertising somebody else's product, and every time somebody buys that product through one of your advertisements, you get a percentage of the sale. It's usually around 5 to 15%. So, for example, I'm an affiliate for Creative Market. It's super easy to sign up for. And when I sign up to be an affiliate for Creative Market, they give me a special link. And, I can create a social media post, put it on Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, what have you. And when somebody sees that and clicks on that link that I have, Creative Market knows if they buy something, I will get a percentage of the sale. Regardless of what they buy. If they buy the thing I'm advertising, cool. If they buy the thing I'm advertising and 10 other things, but originally they clicked my link to go to the shop, then I get a percentage of whatever they buy. It could be a good option if you're not super into creating your own digital products, if you're shy in front of the camera, but hey, I can create cool posts for Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, what have you, then affiliate marketing could be for you. Well, there you have it, an introduction to passive income for graphic designers. If you are wanting more creative freedom, more financial freedom, and more free time as a graphic designer, you're disciplined enough to set your own schedule, and patient enough to wait for the fruits of your labor, then passive income might be for you. It's something that has changed my life that I want to talk about more on this channel. So if you want to learn more about passive income as a graphic designer, dive deeper into this or that section of it, let me know and we can make it happen. That's it. That's all. Harbor Bickmore, that's me from Extra Credit Design Club, and catch you in the next one.